Hello everybody, my name is Nodrs. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to defend Kafe in Neon Dawn Rainbow Six Siege. Alright, so on the perfect defense, there are 4 types of operators. There is an intel denial, there's a wall denial, there's a utility burn, and there's a plant denial. What I would do is I would do mute, I would do keyed, I would do jager, I would do maestro, and really it doesn't matter who the last person is. Maybe like a doc or something to play a little aggressive when they're making their push. But so we're just gonna start off with mute, because mute can make the most rotates and gets up the site the easiest. So the way this works is I'm gonna set up site, and then I'm gonna talk about what I do and why I do it. So I'll see you guys in a second. Cool. So site is set up. So let's talk about it. So the reason I have these 2 reinforcements here is because I see some people that don't reinforce this. So this is actually very important. So that way when they're in cigar shop or new hatch, they can't just spray and hope for a headshot when one of you guys are crossing. Alright. And let's talk about rotates. So rotates are by far the most important thing. If you want to have a good rotate, the rotate has to be in the safest place as possible. What I consider the safest place for here, it would be this side instead of this side. That way you don't get shot from skylight. So whenever you're making a rotate, think about what is the safest place I can make it without my teammates getting shot or dying. And I like to have someone with a shotgun playing pixel or playing bathroom. And the key with pixel is, I see a lot of people playing pixel and dying. When you play pixel, you don't want to be dying. You want to be wasting as much time as possible, but you want to be able to walk out alive. So if you have to back away, you have to back away. There's no reason you should be dying here. It's completely okay to back away. That's the same thing. Like if I'm holding on another map, if I'm holding bunker on Oregon, for example, it's okay to back away and reinforce that off. You don't have to be there. You can just, you can just reinforce that off, and you wasted their time. So that's something to think about. So the way I like to play this is I like to have 1 to 2 people playing back here. I like to have 1 person in bathroom. And then I have 1 person in piano presence, maybe behind Christmas, for example, wasting their time. And somebody over here will be using these head holes. Let's say an echo, for example, or a doc. They'll be using these head holes while they're opening the wall to apply pressure. They have to watch their head as they're in piano. And then the last person can really be wherever. It doesn't really matter. Maybe he could be freezer until they open the wall. He can be wherever. So that's about it for the first floor. The way this will work is I'll do bar and cocktail, I'll do kitchen, and I'll do reading. So that's the way you want to set this up. All the reinforcements are where they should be. You should be using all 10 reinforcements. If you're not using all 10 reinforcements, you didn't set it up properly. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, I just thought of this. Open these up. If you don't have these open, well, first off, you can't play here if you have these open. But open these up, because so they can't plant. So it's harder for them to plant. Applies more pressure. Like say you're in bathroom, right? And you can see them from new hatch, so they can't plant there. Alright, well that's about it. Make sure you can open these up. Make sure everybody's playing their positions. Make sure everybody's using their reinforcements. Alright, on to the next round with. But you want the key core setup, which is intel denial, wall denial, utility burn, and plant denial. So remember that. You can really play anybody here. You can play anybody in those groups. Personally, I like to do a jager, a keyed, an army. The reason I like an army is because I'm burning a lot of utility with her. I like a maestro, a smoke. Those are kind of the 5. Yeah, so nothing to really say about it. Just kind of keep that set up. You can kind of play around with it. If you want to kite instead of a bandit, feel free. But make sure you know what you're kiting. Make sure everybody knows what they're doing. Because the way a team loses coordination is when they are not all on the same page. If you want to win as a defender, you have to be on the same page. Alright, so I will see you guys in a second once I set up site. Alright, right back. As I was explaining to operators, I made a mistake. You're supposed to have 2 shields. 2 shields are very important here. I'm too lazy to go back and redo like the whole quotes. So just remember, 2 shields. Make sure your operators have 2 shields. Okay, let's get into it. And also, I made another mistake. I'm making a lot of mistakes. I'm rather tired. Reinforce this. I accidentally reinforced something else instead of that, but you want 2 reserve walls and that reinforced. Alright, let's talk about the actual site setup. So the reason I have this reinforced is because we'll have a smoke plane back here with a deployable. He'll have a Jaeger or a Wamai, giving him some ADSs, or some pellets, depending. and he'll be playing here. And so that way he doesn't get shot from double. And these feet holes are a little weird. The reason I have these feet holes is because back here, as long as the wall isn't open, this is a safe spot. So he can just, somebody can sit prone here, just watching in case they walk in. And these aren't a two-way. And in no world are you going to be playing aggressive here and getting shot. So let's go to the kitchen side. Kitchen, I like to have a deployable here. So this is deployable 1, and then back there is deployable 2. So I want it behind this counter, so that way we could put it in ADS right here. You want it around back here, so the ADS will catch the grenade or whatnot before it actually hits it. Or you want the 1 pellets over here. Whatever you're doing, it all depends on your setup. And I have these 2 RNAs on the walls, so that way they burn more utility trying to get in. And nothing really major here. Nothing really excessive. 1 guy maybe on the roam game. You always want somebody playing back here. Bunker is by far the safest spot on any map in the entire game. As long as you're holding this with like Meister or whatnot, then that'll be good. Nothing more, nothing less. Kind of just play around here. This is a pretty good angle to hold. This is a pretty good angle to play. This is actually, if you're playing aggressive, here's a good place to play. Remember, they can walk up and see your head. They walk up a little bit, they can see your head before you see them, so keep that in mind. But other than that, pretty standard. 1 guy kitchen, 1 guy in the roam game, 1 guy back here, 1 guy bunker, and then another guy just kind of doing whatever. Alright, cool. Next up is reading, so I will see you guys in a second. I forgot to kill myself with something, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to kill myself. Alright, cool. So you want a smoke, a mute, a castle, a jager /1 and a maestro. So it's a very simple setup, and I'll see you guys in a second, and I'll explain why I do everything I do. Right. Now let me explain. So up top, you want to have around 1 to 3 people playing up here. You want a Jaeger playing in cocktail. You want him playing a little passive until they really start to execute up top. You want a mute. You want him to set up 1 mute jamper on this castle door, so they have to use an Astra or Zofia charge, wasting their utility. Because remember, as a defender, you're not only trying to waste their time, you're trying to waste their utility before they execute their actual push. So that being said, you want mute or smoke playing aggressive on this door right here and playing in bathroom. Then you want a Jaeger and somebody else playing up top, playing passive here, waiting for them to execute on this door. And that being said, you have a rotate right here. You have the reinforcements where I showed. Reinforcements pretty standard. Here, lots and lots of feet holes. Somebody playing bomb white isn't very important. He doesn't need to be here the entire round, but it's good to have somebody playing down here if you can. And then you want a shield right here. You want a Jaeger, put 1 to 2 ADSs down, because this is where the default plant spot is. So that'll apply a lot of pressure, and it's an easier hold for you guys. So pretty standard. If they go for a fireplace, you have these feet holes, you have these feet holes. And remember, when you're up top, or when you're holding like kitchen, remember, your live is more important than holding up sight. So if you have to drop down, drop down. Don't be scared. And then just play sight from here. Play for their plant. Alright. Wow, that took a lot longer than it should have. That took me like a really long time to do. I'm incredibly tired. So that's about it. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video. Remember, I stream 4 days a week on Twitch. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Hopefully I'll see you guys all there. I stream Siege, and I stream some other games. I like to stream some OSU as well. Link in the description, and I will see you guys there. Alright, have a good night, everybody.